like I feel like sometimes the question can be for all people, whether that's a person 10 toes down, a person that's just being awoke, or a person that's not even awake at all, is especially a person in God. But again, just it can become hard knowing where people are in their life and in their path, right? Because we can interact with people on our own path and they on their own path. But then it's like a moment where the two doesn't necessarily emerge, but it becomes closer together. And it's like, it seems like you're on my path, but you're not, okay? But even if so, it's like God is the director of those paths. So if a person's coming up to you trying to lie, the lies don't work. If the person's trying to come to a manipulation, the manipulation don't work. Like it may work within the moment, a time of growth and all this other good stuff. But the question is how do we know if a person is up, is awake, or is asleep, or is 10 toes down? Like how do we know these things? Especially if we can only perceive so much through ourselves. Eh, Like I believe if I'm not saying everybody got to be alike because everybody's an individual, but if God is to be a reign over everybody and you're trying to figure out if he's reigning over somebody else's life, I feel like the simplest things that you can definitely count, like, oh yeah, that's definitely God there, is the blood, the water, and the spirit, the bearing witness spirit. And that comes with observing, doing the will of God, um, being still, what the principles and the laws and the kingdomship of a citizen in the kingdom. Like those come with standards to be a certain way. Not to say we have to be a certain way, but it becomes a way because it's Jesus' way. He's the rain. Hello. Like we can make it too hard. Like we can go to a job, work a job, and be fine. Okay, let me stop. So even though Sharkeisha may be a little bit more ghetto than you, maybe a little bit more loud, maybe be a little bit more not even flamboyant, but just flamboyant or whatever. Because I know I don't see myself like that. But though I can realize these different characteristics in other people, even if that is their weakness or their greatness or whatever that is, I can notice that it's different than me. That's perfectly fine. Everybody's an individual, okay? We don't go off of people, we go off of God. So, therefore, if they hold God's kingdomship, we know, we know. Even if it looks tweaky for them right now, and they might not be able to see it all the way or understand it clearly all the way yet, we know God's working on them. I mean, that's what it's going to do regardless. You feel me? That's what it's going to do regardless. But that's even more confirmation in the moment of confusion and how to hold yourself down now. Because when you come to a question of who are these people and how do I address them and how is it going to work and what's going on and all this other stuff, once you realize God is in control, it's like, all right, focus back on yourself. It's not about me, okay? You realize it's not even about you when you come back to yourself. You're like, oh, I was just amped up for nothing. Look at me. Me. Concerned about them. Me looking at them. You know what I mean? And it's not to say like it's a prideful thing, but you would be caring and loving and stuff like that. I'm caring and loving. But just to stay focused on God. You feel me? It creates emotion that nothing can stop. And I don't know, I just kind of hope that helps. So I realized I put that God shaking things up. And I remember Jesus going to the temple, throwing the tables around. I feel like once he seen them doves, it was OV. OV. Because he seen it the first time. when he was being welcomed in as on a donkey. Then he came back the second day, was like, nah, this is going down right here. Pop, pop, pop. I feel like we are those doves on that table. Okay? And so when we are in a shaking moment, it's not it's it's not bad. God uses everything for his good. So therefore it is good. It is to his use, for his strength, for his glory, for his honor. You feel me? And then we got to do nothing with us. Ain't that crazy? That's good though, because all I want to do is go and pray about God anyway when I get in heaven. That's what I plan. Infinite dancing fest slash singing fest slash food fest, like an infinite. I don't plan on being tired. I don't plan on being tired. I'm praising this man. Okay? So I have no problem. Going ahead right now. Go ahead, put it in practice, baby. Put it in practice. No, I stop. But we all got it. God has us. He knows what he's doing. I'm about 1,000% to infinity beyond sure about that. So you guys, gird up. Gird up. Get that praise that garment of praise on. You feel me? Put it on for yourself. Put it on for yourself. Hey, hey. And when you do, Holy Spirit gonna hold it for you when you take it off. And you can ask for it back. And he gonna give it back with the praise. Okay, I stopped. No, for real though, because that man, he be number one hype man. I thought I was unhealthy with Jesus. No, that man goes above and beyond. Like Holy Spirit, Jace. Again, I love the beautiful relationship between them two because, as I mentioned, Jesus throwing the temple apart, and I feel like the doves was a trigger for him, and we are his doves. We is the trigger for him. Like he makes us important. We don't do that. He does that. Okay? We bring in his glory as nothing. Nothing. But as we present it, he be like, oh, you did this for me. I'm just a God. You feel me? And he, oh my God, I don't mean it in a simple way, but like maybe get a relationship with that man. Y'all gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. But y'all have a blessed one.